painful. Blood on the game board. Everybody drop it like rainfall. This is your moment. Eyes on a puppet. Can't think, chest just open. And you're singing your praises. La la la. Screaming your name. La 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 la. One more step, you're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God.
Alright, now that I got your attention with that quick intro, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know regarding my Jinhsi, her echoes, teammates, weapons, skills, and how I go about doing this much damage so you can do the same, if not more. So, let's hop right onto the video. So here we have our Jinhsi, and just to let you guys know a little bit about this character, she's going to be a Spectro Hyper Carry, heavy damage dealing DPS, and her bread and butter comes from resonance skill damage. Now, when it comes to stats, once again, you want to have her resonance skill damage as high as possible, attack, energy regen is always pretty nice to have, and obviously her crit rate and crit damage, that is going to be her bread and butter. Once again, most of her damage comes from resonance skill damage. This character is an absolute unit when it comes to dealing damage, so if you like characters that are going to synergize very well and have very specific rotations to get off insane damage numbers, this is the character for you. Now, when it comes to her weapon, we have the Aegis of Harvest. You guys already know this is going to be her best in slot weapon, and it's not just because it offers crit rate as a pretty much basic stat right then and there that is incredibly good, but also the actual ability. Divine Blessing grants 12% attribute damage bonus. Casting Intro skill gives the equipper Ageless Marking, which grants 24% resonance skill damage bonus for 12 seconds. And as I was telling you guys, her bread and butter is going to be resonance skill damage, so this is perfect for her. Casting Resonance skill gives the equipper Ethereal Endowment, which grants 24% resonance skill damage bonus for 12 seconds. Once again, this is going to be just way too good on her. There are other options, and I'm going to tell you right now, you can go for Gion's signature weapon, which is also going to be pretty damn nice, and it's right here, the Verdant Summit. It's going to be pretty damn good, and you can also go for the standard banner 5-star sword, which won't be as good when it comes to offering, stats and overall what it does, but it's still going to be pretty damn solid, and those are the only two weapons that I really advise. You can run some of the 4-stars, but those are the two that I personally offer. Now, when it comes to her echoes, there's a lot to talk about because her echoes are actually pretty flexible. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is her forecast, and this is pretty much going to be Jue. Can you run Morning Aches? Yes, but it's not even going to be as good as Jue. Jue is just practically her best in slot, and it was specifically made for her. Now, this is pretty much what Jue does as an actual attacking echo, but the thing that makes it special is casting this echo grants the Resonator a Blessing of Time effect that lasts for 15 seconds, during when the Resonator gains 16% resonance skill damage bonus. When the Resonator's resonance skill hits a target, inflicts 16% spectral damage one time per second for 15 seconds. Consider as Resonator resonance skill damage. Once again, this is going to be her best in slot echo without a shadow of a doubt. It's just pretty damn insane when it comes to what it does for this particular character. So go ahead and farm it. And I do want to tell you guys, if you have her signature weapon, you want to have crit damage on this particular echo. If you don't have her signature weapon and you're rocking Jion, which gives you crit damage, you want to have crit rate. If you're rocking any other weapon that does not give you crit rate, you want to have crit rate as your forecast echo. But if you do have her main weapon, you want to go for a crit damage forecast. Now, the next thing is her 3 cost. When it comes to her 3 cost, this is where things get pretty interesting. As you can see, I have an attack piece right here, and I have a spectral damage bonus. Now, if you have her weapon, you can go ahead and run an attack percentage piece and a spectral damage bonus. In all reality, this character is very flexible, and you can go ahead and run whichever one of these you want. Just make sure that if you have 2 spectral damage bonus, you guys go for the obvious substats that I told you at the beginning of the video, which are going to be crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, energy regen, resonance liberation, and pretty much the most important thing I would say apart from crit damage and crit rate is resonance skill damage bonus. But when it comes to her 3 cost, you can indeed run 1 attack percentage piece and 1 spectral damage bonus, but it's not that big of a deal. If you want to run 2 spectral damage bonus, by all means go ahead, but you cannot run 2 attack percentage bonus because you will be missing out on a little bit of that spectral damage. The difference is very small, So go ahead and run whichever one you want. So I do have the Phantom Light Crusher because let's keep it a stack. This dude looks insanely cool. And I rolled very good. Energy regen, crit damage, basic attack bonus, crit rate, Resonance Liberation damage. Pretty damn good. Now for my other crit rate, we have the Cyan Feather Heron, which is spectral damage. And it has attack percentage, Resonance Liberation, crit rate, crit damage, and energy regen. Now for her one cost, obviously attack percentage. And it's the same thing. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, y'all know the deal. I can make this one a lot better because I do have heavy attack, which is kind of just there, and I do have HP, but we will min-max later on. It does have very low crit rate and crit damage, so I will be looking to replace this in the near future, and hopefully I can get myself some wrestling skill damage bonus. Now this piece is probably also going to get replaced, but as you saw, it's pretty much my only piece with wrestling skill damage bonus, which means that if I happen to get that in some of my other pieces, my damage will go even higher, and I can get crit rate on this as well. So that's pretty much it when it comes to my echoes, and that's what I advise you guys to do. Now, the next topic is going to be her forte, and this is actually pretty interesting because a lot of people were actually confused. I was confused myself when I started building this character because, as we said earlier, a lot of her damage comes from her resonance skill, but it's not the actual resonance skill. That's what gives her more damage, resonance skill damage bonus. When it comes to her actual damage, it pretty much comes all from her forte. Her forte is going to be her bread and butter, so this is the number one thing you want to level up because right here, when you see her doing that big nuke that everybody's showcasing their damage with, is actually this little thing right here called Stellar Glamour, and it does a lot of damage, and like I said, it does come from her forte, so you want to make sure you level that up. Now the next thing, and this is where a lot of people were getting a little bit confused, is going to be her Resonance Liberation. Now the reason that you go for this is because that's pretty much another nuke. It's not going to be as big as the nuke that comes from her forte circuit, but it is going to be another big gigantic nuke that deals a lot of freaking damage. Insane damage. So pretty much go ahead and get this as your second thing you want to level up, and then from here you can pretty much do whatever you want, whether it's intro skill, resonance skill, or I guess normal attacks. It's not really that important. Now you want to make sure you get this. Her inherent skill, Radiant Surge, increases her spectral damage bonus by 20%, so this is actually pretty damn huge to give her even more damage. And then you want to go for this. Converge Flash, damage multiplier of intro skill Long's Halo is increased by 50%. It's not bad at all either. It's pretty damn nice. And then when it comes to her other stat bonuses, we have attack increase, which is pretty damn nice. As you see right here, we're pretty much getting over 10% attack increase from leveling both of these trees up. So that's insane. And then something else that adds even more value to her kit are going to be these other stat bonuses, which add crit rate, ladies and gentlemen. If I didn't have enough crit rate when you first saw my character sheet, imagine once we get these bad boys over here, which are going to give me 2.8% more on each side. Yes, she offers crit rate, so you want to make sure you get these as soon as you can. I am not level 50 yet on this account, so I cannot get these, and once I have them, this character is going to go through the roof even more. But that is going to be the order of skills. I'll just go through them once again. You're going to want to level up her forte, her resonance liberation, and then from here you can go resonance skill or intro skill and normal attack. Now you want to make sure you get her inherent skill as fast as you can. Radiant Surge is going to be really good. You want to make sure you get her stat bonuses really fast because they're just really damn good. And then Converge Flash as well, which gives a bigger damage multiplier to her intro skill. Overall, her entire kit is really damn good. She is an absolute monster of a unit when it comes to what she offers and what she can really do. And there are some things I do want to say and add to this particular character that I don't normally add to my build videos. First off is just my general opinions of this character. First off, I want to say she's an absolute monster when it comes to dealing damage, right? She deals a lot of damage, but she is very reliant on her team. You want to make sure you build around her. You can't just randomly slot characters into her team that don't work with her, because she's not going to be able to do her full potential, and she's going to feel kind of sloppy, kind of clunky. So that's the first thing. She is very reliant on a very good team. And the second thing is that she is amazing, but she does have a little bit of drawbacks, and at least that's what a lot of us think that have been playing her. And it's the fact that she moves a little bit too much when she fights, and she is very flashy, so a lot of times it's kind of hard to see the parry window when you're fighting certain holograms and things like that. But other than that, she is a very solid character, and that pretty much wraps up this particular character overview. For those of you that don't know, we do have breakdowns on all kinds of characters on my YouTube channel called Charo, Verena, Yin Lin, Encore, Havoc Rover, and there will be tons more. So do be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know how much have you been able to hit with your Jinhsi in the comment section below. For now, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.